While the Chicago Bears got a dub yesterday, an important dub at that, one of the most important things that I've noticed, and I think these guys have noticed as well over the course of this offseason, is the growth of head coach Matt Eberflus. On today's episode, we're going to talk about why that growth is one of the biggest reasons the Chicago Bears are going to be a playoff team this year. We'll talk about all that and more right after this.
Chicago Bears Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bears news and content.
What's going on, Bears fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bears Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bears related. We got Bobby back in the building after going to the Bears game yesterday. He's in the building. The best live call in the business, and C-Dubs in the building as well. And then we got myself, Haize, man. Fellas, we could talk about players, and we're going to talk about some of the players that stood out in yesterday's game for sure. But I think something that can go overlooked sometimes is the development of a coach. And oftentimes when you talk about a head coach developing, it's usually when they get their second job. Sometimes they don't do it within their job. They don't have as long of a leeway to develop the way that they need to in the head coaching role. Ryan Poles, the Bears front office, they spent I think they said 3 days deliberating on what the future of Matt Eberflus was going to be. They ultimately decided to keep Matt Eberflus, and I think that bet is going to pay off because Matt Eberflus's growth so far as a head coach. We talk about Hard Knocks, the way that he talks to Caleb, already the way that he's grown the defense over his first 2 years here, but it just seems to be something a little different about Matt Eberflus. We heard yesterday that the starters weren't supposed to play as many snaps as what they did, but Matt Eberflus made the decision to say, no, his starters needed more reps. Get their ass out there and play some football. I just think Matt Eberflus, as much as we're talking about growth of everybody else, his development is a huge part why I feel confident in saying the Bears are going to make the playoffs this year. How you guys feel?
Yeah, that's an absolute great title and subject for this video. I think Matt Eberflus go way on the wayside. Nobody gives him his props when his props should be given. Even if it's a little bit of a ingest, it started with even changing his look. It's changing his look. He trying to change the person visually as well as theory as himself as a coach. So he already Drip already described him changing up his ways as coaching as far as playing his starters in the preseason games. Maybe if he would have did this in the past, maybe we would have had different outcomes, but we can't live in the past. Matt Eberflus is definitely learning on the job along with players. Man, this is his first job as an NFL head coach. So of course there was going to be lumps in the road. You learn from those the bad things that happen during your journey, and it makes yourself stronger. And I gotta say, man, I've been impressed with Matt Eberflus, what he's been doing. Especially you can start from last season. He started start calling the plays for the defense. That's when he stepped in front of there. The guy wasn't doing a particularly great job calling the plays. He stepped in front and got his team on the right place. And as you look at the defense in these preseason, aren't they? You can say it. They're a well-coached team. You can say it.
We're gonna get to the defense because I was talking to Bobby before we went live. I'm feeling very confident about this.
Yeah, bro. It's a different level. But yeah, I'm glad you came up with this topic right here, Drip, because Matt Eberflus definitely deserves some credit, bro.
I agree with that, and just being able to watch it up close and personal. When after those few drives and they went 3 and out and didn't really see much success, there's a guy sitting next to me. He's like, "Oh, that's it for Caleb." I said, "Bro, if Matt Eberflus you don't want to leave that film out there, bro." It seemed like they was rushing to start. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't really much in a rhythm. And I felt like, and I was talking to the guy sitting next to me, like, bro, this is a great opportunity to see what Caleb was really, really made of, because those first few drives was ass. Like, it wasn't productive. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily all his fault. Shane Waldron had something to do with that. And then I look down, look up. They getting ready to hike the damn ball. I said, who the hell is number 10? I said, no, that's an 8. Caleb's still back out there. Let's go. Let's go. And then the man started putting on the show for the people to see. It was live and rocking like it was a regular season game once that man was doing what he was doing. And much credit goes to Matt Eberflus. They was over there having those conversations on the sideline. Caleb Williams running back to the sideline after those bad drives, telling his guys, let's go, let's go, let's go. Keep up the, you know what I'm saying? You know, you can see the motions. You don't really know what he's saying, but you see the hand gestures and stuff like that. So much credit given to Matt Eberflus. And the last point is, we know the great coaches around the league, bro. They have a pulse of their team. That right there, you sending Caleb back out there and saying, "Hey, nah, we gotta be better than this." To me, that was a great move and kind of let me know that he kind of has that pulse of his team. And then when we talk about the defensive side, I want to add on to that too.
Hey,
Yeah. Go ahead,
when
Joe.
when you talk about the pulse of the team, I'll take it back to that last year again. It was easy for the team to quit on Matt Eberflus last year. It was a lot of times, different points in that season where it could have been easy for the team to stop playing for him. But they continue to play for him, bro. And when he finally got that, I think he finally got a win in a division. Oh man, did you see the team gather around that guy? Yeah, they gathered around that guy. So he definitely got the pulse of the team. That's a good point, nephew.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
and I think it's important to note that, like, even when we had questions about Matt Eberflus, a lot of the players on the team always back Matt Eberflus. But I think the difference in this is that me and Bobby, I actually think you were a little bit more level headed on the C Dub than me and Bobby were, but I can't remember which game it was. We said that it was a fireable offense, the lead that we gave up. Me and Bobby were pissed after that game,
Tampa
and
Bay.
yes, we were. I was over Matt Eberflus at that point in time, and you
Mhm.
guys know me. I'm somebody that I'm very passionate Bears fan, but I will admit when things have changed. Now we need to see what's going to happen in the regular season. It's easy right now for things to kind of look like we got to get wins, but like just the way that Matt Eberflus carries himself, the way that he communicates, even in the press conferences that he has during the week of practice and after games. Almost seems like a completely different coach. I don't know what happened in the offseason. And sometimes when you face your mortality, because there was a chance that Matt Eberflus could have been removed as head coach this offseason. Maybe that made Matt Eberflus realize, like, hey, I just got to go out here and do what I got to do.
And do my
Facts.
thing. And another point, that's a great point, Drip. Another point, he could look at his team and see how talented it is.
Yeah.
That could
That's
bring
the thing
his
that changes the
bravado.
confidence as well.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
could look like, damn, we got a good ass team over here. We
Yeah.
might be able to do some things. Let me get my swag up a little bit. So
Well, the fact of the matter is that when you have a team this talented, even with you having a rookie quarterback, it's easy for you to be the scapegoat. It's
oh
Facts.
easy
yeah.
for at the end of this season, it would have been easy for the Bears to look at Matt Eberflus no matter what it is and say, "Hey, we went out and got the talent. You the problem, motherfucker. Get the fuck up out of here."
Yeah, yeah. That's
So
an absolute
you got
fact.
you got to come with it, man. I do think like, and again, this isn't about Caleb versus Justin, even though I know some people are going to take it that way, but it could be something as well that listen, Caleb was drafted. You are the first guy to coach Caleb in the NFL. You're that guy for him. And that relationship between Matt Eberflus and Caleb Williams is even though he's a defensive coach, it's hugely important to the success of both of them. And so I do think that Matt Eberflus has stepped up a lot so far. We just got to see it come in the regular season, but we haven't gotten to that point. What he's been able to show us so far, I really like the way Matt Eberflus has grown as a coach.
I agree with that. And I'd like to add in now he got good experience behind him. You came into this with two rookie coordinators, and Haize, you was one of the ones that called it out. I was like, I don't know about this. Typically, those rookie head coaches go with some more, veteran type of coordinators. And we realized that wasn't a good decision early on. But now you got grown men in there who know what the hell they're doing. Eric Washington, he's seen his fair share of wins in this league. Shane Waldron, right, and learning behind Pete Carroll in his greatness. So now he got those guys that's in this building, and I believe that all these guys are working together to hold each other accountable. And that's one of the biggest things that we see. Because we know that the head coach is pretty much the CEO of all the operations that's going to go on the field. And sometimes you need to be able to trust your guys that's directly under you to help steer the ship in the right direction. He has those two coordinators now in great positions, so he can succeed.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Him and Caleb Williams, they kind of married for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
And it's a delicate situation, and he's treating it that way. You can see him in Hard Knocks, asking advice from guys like Nick Saban, legend. He getting advice from Poles and probably other coaches in the league. This is a very delicate situation that he has to make right. They have to be joined at the hip for this thing to work.
Facts.
Yeah. Well, I said we were going to talk about the defense, man. And before we get into individual players that stood out, because there's some individual players, and we could talk about them as we're pointing this out as well. But like overall, one of my biggest takes walking away from this game, and I said this over on the post game show over on Bleacher Report, is that this defense is about to be fucking legit, bro. And excuse my French on that. I don't know how else to explain it. Like, you look at how just the intensity that we consistently had throughout all the game, even when the starters were out. This defense is taking pride in getting stops. This defense takes pride in getting takeaways. And this defense takes pride in you're not finna move the ball easily against us. There were a couple of drives where they were able to move the ball kind of better than I would have liked to see. But outside of that, like the Bengals, we had them in a chokehold most of that game. This defense is legit, I feel like. How you guys feeling about that one?
Oh yeah, this team is absolutely legit. And I'm gonna say iron sharpens iron. Like the starters for this defense are so good that the guys that's coming in the second string have to step up their game. And they doing exact that. I mean, the depth is so deep. I hate to be the guy to have to cut some of these players because it's a lot of players that's out there making impactful plays. Blackwell, Strowman still making plays. He was making plays last year. You got guys on the line and Kareem and Booker making plays. It's the second game in a row making impactful plays. The key thing about this defense is depth and impactful plays. These guys are coming.
That's a fact. And man, like when he dialed up that blitz to Kyler Gordon, I'm sitting right there. Yeah, I'm like, you better throw it. Boom! We went berserk. and then he let the game go on a little bit and dialed it up again with one of the other guys. Yeah. And I think that one of the things that you said, C-Dub, is the depth. Bro, you bringing in Terrell Smith, who got a nice ass pick. Then you got guys that's making plays in Baskerville. He was a guy that they picked up, I believe, at the latter part of last season. He didn't really play that much. And I got to give credit to this staff again. They just picked up the young kid Hutchins. Me and C-Dub, like, we don't know what this guy going to be. Good luck. Like, keep it a buck. Like, we don't know. This man was in the middle, shoving guys out the way with one arm. I don't know what his career is going to look like. I don't know if he's even going to make this team. But to get guys coming in here and you placing them in the right positions and you putting them in great situations so they can make plays, you got to speak to it. This is a playoff defense, bro. This is a playoff defense because every time it seemed like the rain started coming down, it got really, really tough for the Bengals. You do not want to play in inclement weather versus this defense. Otherwise, you gonna find yourself in trouble. And Haize, you did talk about that yards per carry for the opposing team. It's a real thing, bro.
Yeah,
it's just too many good players in the middle, bro.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to move the ball against the Chicago Bears team. I want to get into this comment from Zeke. My issues with the Chicago Bears is the same issue. I've been having with them since I've been able to understand the Bears. They start over too much instead of sticking through the grind. Zeke, here's the thing. You could be talking about a different starting point, but the Bears stuck with Jay Cutler for 8 years. You know how many wins we averaged each year with Cutler? 6.5. So you stuck almost a decade with somebody who was averaging getting you 6.5 wins. Now, Mitch, we all saw it. Mitch wasn't worth sticking with. Fields, we had our opinion about them sticking with Fields and proving everything around him, but they decided to go with the number 1 pick and get Caleb Williams. I get what you're saying. The Bears have had some turnover, but like I think the only conversation in that, at least to me, and I'll turn it over to these guys, they stuck with Cutler for 8 years. Mitch, there was a transitional period. Mitch, I'm sorry, but it didn't take a rocket scientist to find out early on Mitch wasn't the guy. And we still stuck with him probably a year longer than most franchises would have. And then, Justin, we didn't stick with a long time. But when you have a new front office, them eventually moving on and getting their quarterback, it's not too surprising. But how you guys feel about that?
Nephew?
Oh, I was just gonna say I understand it to a degree, but I'm on the side of Haize with this simply because if we talk about Jay Cutler, his tenure, how good was Mike Martz in this? As much shit he be talking on Twitter about the Bears.
Oh my God!
Come on now, and then they went out and got a guy in goddamn Mark Trestman, and where did he find himself at? In Canada. So I would say but you know what I'm saying? I get it to a degree to where they start over, but at some points you had to start over. And then Ryan Poles right here, bro, it made the most sense. You know what I'm saying? Simply because when you talk about the financial aspect, you talk about the first overall pick and what you could potentially have. Ryan Poles said it best himself. We felt like we can we will have to win it. I don't know the quote. I think it was we will have to win in spite of Justin instead of something. It was some way, but pretty much saying that Caleb Williams was the guy that was going to be able to get us those wins that he wanted to see versus, said Justin Fields, working it out here and there. And then the defense having to carry and getting the Chicago Bears the wins. So I look at it like this. It ain't the old, it's just we happy that the defense is solid. We are.
Yeah.
But this is going to be now a modernized team that's going to have a potent offense, and you can see it with all the talent that's surrounding the offensive side of the ball.
Absolutely. Agree with both of these guys. This is how I answer it. It's just a culture change happening right now. Whatever happened in the past, it's in the past right now. Justin Fields to Mitchell Trubisky to Jay Cutler. It doesn't matter. We're trying to modernize this team. I think we're on the way to doing so. I think all we need to do is put it on wax. In the past, just forget about it. Just look for the future, bro.
I think it's just one of those things that we see something that's good and we don't know how to act because we ain't never seen something that was that good. We got a glimpse of it with Justin, but it wasn't, consistent enough to make us or make everybody believers. Yeah. Now you got something that's like, okay, we getting those glimpses, but the improvement is steady coming. And we like, damn, bro, this can really be that. And we don't know how to act because we ain't seen it in a very long time. And not in my lifetime, haven't seen it. So we don't know how to act with this.
That's a fact. Zeke also throws in, I'm talking about the O-line being such a problem. I don't listen. The O-line, to me, the O-line has been better than I was expecting. So you got to give it credit there, but you can't fix everything in every offseason. I'm sorry. Yes, they could have went out and probably spent more assets on the O-line. But let's say you do that and then you find out a year later that the quarterback ain't it, and you spent all this money to improve the O-line. We're bringing in Shane Waldron, bringing in Caleb Williams. They're going to make quicker decisions, which is going to make the job easier on the offensive line. You got 8 draft picks next season. You got a $51 million in cap space shaped up to be next season. They're going to have assets. You're not going to fix everything in one season. And I get it. Yes, I would love to say the Bears. And I think the Bears are a great offensive line away from not us only being able to say they can do a playoff push to us looking at them and saying, nah, they need to be contending for an NFC title. But they're still, like I said, I say it over on the Bulls channel all the time. You can't rush the process. It's not going to be sustainable if you rush it. What the Bears went out and got, they got a great wide receiver in Rome Odunze. They got an amazing quarterback in Caleb Williams. We got to see how they're going to be in the regular season, but it shapes up to that. You got a generational punter. I know C-Dub ain't going to like to hear that.
He was flipping that field too,
bro, he flipping that field every single time, my boy. But you got an underrated defensive end who may end up being one of the steals of that draft in Austin Booker. And you did get an offensive lineman of the future in Kieran Amagaje, who they feel very confident in. So I get what you're saying, but when you look at where the Bears spent the money at, they spent money and picks to help bring in their rookie quarterback to have the weapons. Now you can go out in subsequent offseasons and years, and you still have $20 million in cap space this year if an offensive lineman becomes available you want to acquire. You're not going to get everything done at one time, but I understand what you're saying about that O-line for sure.
Man, look now. I know it's preseason. But we only given up 1 sack this whole preseason, my guy. We can't be that bad.
If I'm not mistaken, 1 sack and 4 pressures, I think it's been so far in the preseason.
Yeah, so, numbers have been low.
We only been beat 1 time on a spin move on Nate Davis. He still tried to get back there. He almost got back there, but they grabbed Caleb better back. So I think they've been pretty good. I ain't even gonna fucking lie to you. You've been seeing, if you've been looking at the pockets on the TV, you've been having nice pockets to sit there and throw to. And then he got legs that he can make grown athletes look foolish out there,
bro.
So I think they playing good. I don't understand. I don't know what y'all saying.
And I agree with you. And I would just add this last point. Dak Prescott, he got the best offensive line anybody could ever dream of. Guess what his playoff record is? 2-5. Joe Burrow with a worse line than the Dallas Cowboys went to the Super Bowl. So what does that tell me? I'm not saying it's not important because it very is important. It is important. It is. So so I just want to provide some clarity. But I'm with you though. You still got to have your concerns. But overall, if we're looking at everything, the quarterback matters just a little bit more. They should be able to scheme open some stuff to take some pressure off the offensive line. And you seen like when they was trying to apply some pressure on the Chicago Bears, Shane Walders like, hell no, let me get some more blockers up in here. They had 2 wide receivers out there, some of their sets. So it's ways around it. But I understand it. But let's embrace this. Let's embrace this.
I think we got to be fair, though, because what have we seen? What is the play on the field? What is the play on the screen? Have y'all seen a bad line on the screen instead of reading articles about people saying it's a bad line? What have you seen on the screen?
I think the thing is too is like it's preseason, so a lot of people aren't going to believe in what they and I say in almost every preseason video or breakdown that I have, it's about the process, not necessarily the results. The process right now has shown that there is sound offensive line, and that's the thing. You like right now, we just need to get up to having average offensive line. We can figure out how to make it great out of getting to average first. Again, you can't rush the process. Typically, you're not going to go from something being a weakness to being one of your strengths, but you can get it to be less of a weakness for you. And that's what the Bears did. They added depth. You look at how this offensive line has performed. We are in a way better position as far as depth. Now we got to have our starters to be healthy to take advantage of the depth, because that gets eliminated if your starters aren't healthy. But overall, I think we never got to see what this offensive line was with 2 things last year. It was never completely healthy because it was either Tevin Jenkins, Nate Davis, or Braxton Jones missing time in every one of the games last year. So we never got to see continuity, and we never got to see them with a competent center because our center play has been god-awful trash for the last 4 years.
My Lord, yes.
Yeah.
And Steely Nate, he was all right, but I ain't gonna lie. You don't watch the offensive line much with Caleb back then, and his motherfucker manipulating the offensive pocket like that. Oh my goodness. It's just crazy up close. But they did well.
You see how you making them athletes look like fools?
Yeah.
Bro, even in the plays that really didn't do nothing, the plays that he missed the pass down the field, they gonna show them in Cincinnati Bengals in the locker room, and they ain't gonna be happy. They ain't gonna be happy at all, bro. That's not.
Yeah. Let's get into some of the players that stood out yesterday, man. And I'm gonna have a unit that stood out to me, and one of the players in that, and that is gonna be Austin Booker. But that defensive line unit of Booker, Sweat, Javon Dexter, and Walker. I'm not saying that's going to be the starter because Billings is going to start. But when you see that, don't be surprised if that's the defensive line you see out there on third downs and in major drives when they just need to stop. Because that line, that's one of the fastest pass rushes you're going to see, period.
Absolutely.
So,
100%. I love that. You actually took mine. I'm going with the defensive line too. I just let Austin Booker start. Let's leave it. Can we stop fucking around? He's going to start. The dude motor is. I'm trying to think of a player could compare him to like a motor. No, I can't do that. But I'm gonna just leave it alone. I was gonna go somewhere, but y'all was gonna be mad at me. This guy got a motor that just don't. He got a Toyota motor. You know, a Toyota motor, you can ride that thing for 300,000 miles, and that thing can start right up. It don't matter what time, what time of year.
Now the transmission is a different story, but the engine is not gonna have it.
Engine gonna go.
Engine gonna go. But I would go with them. But I want to just one more. Caleb Williams was outstanding, bro. I don't care. Even in the plays that he missed, look at the work he did in the pocket. Look at he slipped on one play. And ain't no excuses. He slipped on one play, Miss Everett over there on the sidelines there. But this kid is gonna be a demon, Joe. Just look at the 11 on 11 they call it. That kid is a monster, dude. He's an absolute beast. He is.
Yeah, bro. That's that. Listen, and Eric Washington likes to rotate that defensive line. Man, it's gonna be special. Go ahead, Bobby.
Oh, I was going to definitely give a shout out to the defensive line like both of you guys did. But I got to show love to Spider-Man, Kyler Gordon.
Oh, yes.
Bro, stay healthy, young fella. Healthy, young fella.
Please.
Because you don't see too many corners that are not that they are willing tacklers. Like they don't run from the smoke. We talked about the blitz off the edge. We talked about we got to talk about the tackle for loss. That was a huge play. And just the energy that he brings out there. And another guy that I want to shout out that, that wasn't really starting, but who kept coming is Hardy. Daniel Hardy, he keep coming, bro. Every time he found himself near that quarterback, and it was real close before he was about to wreak havoc on that quarterback over there for the Bengals, for sure. I got to show love to him too.
Kyler Gordon just came out of nowhere last season with this physicality, bro. He just got in the game, and he got his first hit, and we like, what the hell is you doing, Kyler? Where'd that come from, bro? And ever since then, he's been one of the most physicalest corners in the league. He's physical as hell. He'll run up on tight ends, 280 pounds, 270 pounds, and put them on their ass. That one-on-one tackle for a loss is big time. That was a big time play because it was a lot of space to run if he get around Kyler Gordon. And more times than not, you see that amazing athlete on the offensive end of the field get around that one defender. It's just one person and make a big game. But this defense is loaded. I don't even think Brisker played. Did he play?
No.
He ain't play.
Brisker played. He made a play out there. He played.
He played?
Damn. I could have sworn I saw Brisker out there for the first couple, at least the first series. Maybe I'm tripping.
I ain't gonna lie. It's hard not to watch the trenches on the defensive side. I'm not gonna lie. Cause I'm like, bro, cause when you see all these big ass dudes walking out, they all walking side by side. I'm talking about Sweat, Dexter, Walker, and Book. I said they going with that lineup. I was honed in. Like I need to see more. It was crazy.
Yeah, for sure. Like that defensive lineup, man, that's cool. I just think that defensive line is going to be special. I'm not saying they're going to get the most sacks. I'm not even just talking about, like, so often when you talk about defensive line, people just think pass rush. I mean the totality of the game. And then here's the thing: if you're a running back, even if you make it past that first line, you got TJ Edwards, Tremaine Edmonds, and Jack Sanborn looking at you. Sanborn didn't have a lot of stats yesterday, but did you see that tackle that he had?
Yes, I did. You know I did. That's my son. He gonna be the one that don't get all the, all the praise. He's just gonna be solid each and every game and do his job because he got them instincts. He get it from his daddy. Go ahead.
Get
As long as he doesn't get your memory, because your memory, bro, is ass lately. But no, I really do enjoy what we've seen from those guys. And again, Micah Baskerville, to me, hey, I don't know where Noah Sewell's been. I don't know what it is, but at this point, I don't give a shit. Micah Baskerville has absolutely passed up Noah Sewell as that fourth linebacker, and I don't even think it should be even a question anymore. Tremaine Edmonds, TJ Edwards, Jack Sanborn, and Micah. And the thing about Micah Baskerville as well, he can play inside or out, and that's what you want, versatility when you're bringing in your fourth linebacker. I love how Micah Baskerville has played throughout this whole preseason so far.
I agree.
Now, we're not only doing defense, right? We just saying
you can do any player at this point.
I'm just on the note of being fair, because that's what we do here at CBC. Tyson Bagent was incredible yesterday.
Yes, absolutely.
He absolutely
He
was.
stretched the field, 2 touchdown passes to Dante Pettis. Yeah. But he was amazing. He was very accurate down the field as well. So I got to give him his applause when applause is due, bro.
I agree with you, because that pass up the middle to Dante, the snag out the air, I'm like, hold on, what we doing? Oh, yeah, let's go. So, hey, he put on a show. One guy I got to show love to, though, on top of Tyson Bagent. It's also Roma Dunze, especially with that long pass. They just talked about this last week. Hey, if I spin out of there, you go up.
They did.
He spent out of that bit. He went right up on the money. And I couldn't believe that he was even able to make the damn pass.
I said it during the live stream yesterday. I'm not even going to front on you. I knew Rome was fast, but he looked even fast.
On the end around.
Yes. Oh, my God, bro. Like, people were talking about using Valus in the run game. Hey, listen, no, Rome all day long, bro. Because that combination of size, like he has tight end size almost.
Yeah.
And breaking speed. Like, hey, man, y'all watch out. I do have a concern, though. I know we're doing positives right now, but I just want to put this in. I have a concern about something, and I need y'all to talk me off the ledge, but I'm a little concerned. But I'm going to let y'all keep going on the positives.
Shit, we want to hear that shit.
Come on. Here's and maybe I've said a lot too that I think Shane Waldron is kind of protecting how they're going to use certain people. But has anybody been kind of concerned about the lack of production by Cole Kmet? And the thing that made this all come together for me is that while Cole Kmet started out there and he played a lot of drives, when the Bears start playing better, even with Caleb, Gerald Everett was out there more than Cole Kmet.
That's a good
I see that.
observation.
And not to say that Gerald Everett is a better player than Cole Kmet. I'm not, but we know it's a lot about system when you have a new coordinator coming in. And like I said, hopefully Shane Waldron is just like, hey, I'm not finna unleash and show y'all how I'm about to use both these tight ends. He likes to use 2 tight ends, so I could just be worried about it a little bit. But we're just starting to see Gerald Everett play a little bit more than Cole Kmet. And Cole Kmet hasn't gotten a lot of targets out there either. Gerald Everett has more targets than him too. I'm just a little I expect Cole Kmet to come here and have a big season. I don't know what's going to make. I don't. Again, it's just a little bit of a concern. I'm not trying to raise it as like this whole huge concern, but it is something that I've noticed.
I'm with you on that. I think it's something that we absolutely should be keeping our eyes on, and not only Kmet, but Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen's been out there. We haven't said Keenan Allen's name that many times, but I also think it goes back to your point about saying not jumping off the porch. Pretty much is that I think that he's holding this right here because in game 1. That's when, you want to go ahead and start hitting teams in the mouth. And then obviously teams are going to adjust. And now you got to throw some more wrinkles in there. Some wrinkles that you could probably piggyback on is look at Roma Dunze. That end around just to hit that was new. You know what I'm saying? And maybe you go away from that for a few weeks and then you hit somebody with that type of play, maybe weeks down the road. It's all about the setup. You know what I'm saying, with Shane Waldron. I think that's something that can come later on for sure.
Absolutely. And I'm with you, Drip. I did kind of think this would be, I still think that this is going to be a big year for Cole Kmet. I want to say that they're trying to hold those strategies or those game plans close to their vest. Just in case, just not to let the rest of the league know about Cole Kmet, even though they know he's a fantastic player. That's interesting. I really got to look into that. That's interesting, bro, because he hasn't got a lot of pub.
And again, admittedly, sometimes I'm too into the weeds of analytics. I can admit it. Sometimes I'm too into the weeds of it. And so just seeing that, the fact that he's played more snaps, Gerald Everett has played more snaps with Caleb Williams. He's got more targets overall in this preseason. I'm just like, huh. But again, I'm not going to. Now, if we get 2-3 games into the season and it stays that way, I'm going to start ringing some alarms. That's what's going to happen.
I'll definitely throw that red flag up because this guy Cole Kmet is way too good to be ignored on this team. Way too good.
That's a fact.
I think he'll get his play. They probably holding it to vest. They holding it to vest.
Yeah, because I definitely can see more opportunities coming for Everett and Kmet.
Everett for both. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially with those two 12-man personnel that they're gonna be trotting out there a lot. You know what I'm saying? Especially to start the games. Because that's kind of how they started too. And one of the passes that Caleb missed was to Gerald Everett. And they kind of, I don't know, from the early looks on, it kind of like they was trying to set up some type of screen. You know what I'm saying? And Caleb rolled out and then just kind of missed him a little bit. But I'm with you on that. I'm definitely going to keep my eyes on it.
In the future, this may be a thing that that naysayers or haters can say to try to divide our team. Like, we got a whole bunch of playmakers and impactful players, wide receivers and tight ends. They'll say, oh, you're not getting all what you get.
Everybody got to sacrifice. If you're winning, everybody got to sacrifice. So
everybody. So just watch out for that, though. Watch out for that.
Before we go, let's do some catch up on some of the position battles that we've been monitoring. So first up, backup quarterback position. I think Tyson Bagent's starting to separate himself. Whereas Brett Ripon, that first game looked like he may have had it. Last 2 games, Tyson Bagent may have separated himself. How you guys feel?
I agree with you on that.
Still got him even, C-Dub?
I got him even. Okay. I got him still even. Tyson Bagent had a terrific game yesterday. I think the end all be all will be the last game because I think they'll probably split it up between the 3 of those guys, Ripon, Bagent, and then the young kid Reed. You had a good training camp, Reed. But I ain't gonna say nothing. Go ahead. You had a good training camp. Well, we'll see you later, type shit. But yeah, I'll say it's about even. We can't forget about what Brett Ripon did the Hall of Fame game. I ain't gonna forget about it.
Austin Reed is out of it though. Practice squad. Austin Reed practice squad. So I think everybody's kind of in agreement on that one. Running back. Well, we can talk about the running back 2 and the running back 4 position. Roshan has not been healthy. He hasn't been out there. To me, Khalil has done no wrong. I don't see any way that you move him down the depth chart. The fact that he's been healthy, Roshan hasn't. Khalil Herbert's going to start off the season as the running back 2, and there should be nothing wrong with that.
Ain't no doubt about it.
Ain't no nothing wrong with
They
it.
need to talk about it. I just want to know what the hell going on with Rojo. That's it. That's all I need to know. What's going on?
Listen, he posted that one thing on IG with that white woman. It hasn't been right since then. I keep telling you there is a correlation. I keep telling y'all. As soon as I saw it, I said, "My boy, you in the midst of a position battle. You got to focus, my boy. Got to focus." The running back 4, Travis, Ian Willer, and Velus Jones, Travis Homer. To me,
special teams.
Yeah, you got to be on special teams. But how you guys feeling about this Velus Jones, Ian Willer conversation?
Y'all ain't gonna like it. I don't even sure that I like it. Velus Jones gonna be on this team, and he's probably
gonna be the running back 4.
And I'm gonna finish. He's gonna be the running back 3. That's what it's gonna be.
3 over Roshan?
I mean, what's up with Roshan? I need to know what's going on with Rojo. What's up with Rojo? He ain't. Where is he? Where is he?
Logic. I can't knock your logic.
Either 3 or 4. He's on this team as a running back, bro. Velus Jones.
Does Ian Willer make this team?
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, that's a tough one for me because I'm saying I believe Ian Willer should get an opportunity. But what the Bears have shown me is that they leaning towards Vegas because they keep giving them opportunity after opportunity. And yeah, he might be that guy. He might be that guy. Even though I like what Ian Willer was able to do, I just feel like the coaching staff is pulling for Vegas. You know, when coaches pull for you, you got a little more leeway than the other guy.
Yeah,
it'll be a shocker if they say to hell with him. I ain't gonna lie. It'll be shocking at this point.
No, you know what would be shocking? Is there any chance Roshan does not make this team? Any chance of Roshan Johnson, considering the injury, the fact that you got a guy in Ian Willer who has some size, he's solid, he's quick. He's not the pass blocker that Roshan is, but honestly, Roshan up until this point has always been more potential than substance. Is there any chance of that?
Fair enough.
Oh, that's so great. You just cooked that up. He has been a lot of potential and not a lot of substance. Oh, I'm going to stick with Rojo.
Towards the end of the season last year, Rojo was playing more snaps than either Khalil or any other running back. He was playing the most snaps.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but what you just said, that was the icing on the cake. But I'm going to still stay with Rojo. I just believe in his football, just his vibe. He's a football player. He'll lay his life on the line for this game. I swear. So I like that more.
Don't forget, Rojo was a Getsy guy. So I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, no, I like Rojo. I'm a compartmentalize, bro. I'm gonna separate the two, bro. I like Rojo, man. Go ahead.
Okay. It's just one of those tough ones, man. Especially because he's been hurt. You ain't been seeing him, and right now, you know what I'm saying. During these preseason games, it would have been ample opportunity to just rise.
Yeah, bro.
He ain't been there. So it's hurting him.
Best ability, nephew?
His availability. He ain't been available.
I love him, Drip, but shit. Come on now. We trying to make a new culture over here, bro. Where you at, bro? Your fingernail hurt? What's going on with you? You know, what is it?
Fingernail hurt.
I mean, I just hope that it's not another concussion. Because I tell you what, if it is another concussion thing, that may be where you have to get concussion.
Yep.
The history of concussions there is legit. So
that motherfucker get on the team, he gonna have to wear a guardian. I heard they allowing the players to wear a guardian.
Jonathan Taylor wore his.
Yeah, so he gonna have to wear a guardian, bro, if he get on this team.
Yeah, that's a fact. Next position battle, we kind of already talked about opposite edge from Montez Sweat. Right now, who do you guys have coming out with as the starter there?
AB, Austin Book. Let's go.
Give me Booker. Give me Booker. I feel like he's done a lot. I feel like he's shown a lot. And you can't coach effort. You cannot coach
effort. You
cannot. So I'd say right now the lead is him.
Bro.
And you move Walker inside. I just think that's the way you should go.
If Austin Booker becomes, let's just start off low, like an 8-sack guy, what does that rank?
You?
I mean, I tried to go low. I wanted to go 10. I'm trying to be cool. If I go,
said, let's go low. 8 sacks. Okay, all right, yeah, that's what we do.
If he gets that type of production, what type of acquisition would that say? What kind of steal would that be? Getting this guy out the 4th round, bro. Is that documented anywhere else?
I mean, keep in mind, if he has 8 sacks his rookie year, that will put him in upwards of in the 20s as far as most sacks in per last year. What we got, I don't know. Like if he gets 8 sacks his rookie year, sign him to an extension now. Now, just get him locked in because that's crazy. I mean, hey, listen. Here's what I'll say. He has all the potential in the world, and I think that when you look at Austin Booker, you keep in mind this is a guy who just 3 months ago in the draft, one of the biggest knocks on him is how raw he was. You come into that in the season where they're still saying you're raw, and you have a season like anything productive. If you win a win, because they ain't just giving it to him. If you win a starting role in a season where you were called one of the rawest prospects in the draft, we got to steal the draft. That's all I can say on that.
That's a fact. Because man, the motor that he comes with, bro, is something that you want on your team when the game is on the line. Because in that 2-minute drill, the opposing offense, they're gonna be trying to drive, and it's gonna be a lot of hurry up. Guys get tired. You already played the majority of the game, and if the guy can keep on rushing the passer with the same consistency, that's gonna make for a future Pro Bowler. I'm not saying that's what he's gonna be. Relax, y'all. I'm not saying that's what he's gonna be, but that tendency when a guy has that constant motor and he's not slowing down, that's something that you want to have on your defensive line. I say, get mad. Look, fuck it, do it.
I'm telling you,
just put him out there.
One thing that I can say more than anything, Dominique Robinson is gone. I'm sorry. Listen.
C-Dub, are you keeping Dominique Robinson over Daniel Hardy? I'm not.
Hell no. I already told you my logic.
And shout out to Dominique Robinson. When that game that he started when Montez Sweat didn't start, and he actually played. He didn't get sacked, but he played pretty good. But unfortunately, you're a year too late. If you would have given this performance last year, we'd be in a completely different situation. Unfortunately, you got Austin Booker and Daniel Hardy looking at you like, hey there, old man, we need you to get up out the way real quick. You ain't even old. Well, Dominique Robinson is like 24 years old, something like that.
Still young. Yep.
So
can we get Eric Washington to smile, please?
No, and I don't want him to. He's a defensive coordinator in the NFL. I don't want him to smile.
He just looked mad.
That was one of the problems with Matt Eberflus. He was too smiley out there, bro.
But damn, they just made a sack. They panned the camera to Eric Washington.
Bro, he's literally the principal scare meme. Not impressed.
Not impressed. Yes.
Pathetic. Like we just got a sack and two plays in a row. 3. Pathetic.
And see, I see a lot of people saying they got different opinions, saying that Austin Booker is a rotational piece. Okay. But you talk like you got a matter of fact, like you talking a matter of fact. Nobody knows who's going to start except Matt Eberflus and the Chicago Bears coaching staff. I'm predicting, and I think some of the guys up here, I think they predicted that Austin Booker has played the best at that position, and he needs to start. That's all I'm saying. Whoever left that comment.
I'll let him get a run.
Everybody's cool to have their opinion. Like I mean, at this point, we can't say what we're just going off what we've seen so far. And even though they didn't play the starting group yesterday, Austin Booker looked great. But when he was playing a starting tackle in the game against the Bills, he cooked him up. Cooked him.
He was working him, and Buddy is a Pro Bowler. Tackle him. So
he was a Pro Bowler.
Yes.
Oh my God.
In the early stages of that game, when he was going up against the Bills, that's a Pro Bowl tackle.
Ooh, this team, boy. Yeah, we gonna have to be cool, Joe. We gotta take it day by day, step by step. Nobody crash out. Nobody jump off the deep end. Let's take it step by step.
That's hilarious.
Hey, don't let us start this season off 3-0. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, bro, come on now. Like, listen,
Come on, bro.
First of all, in week 2,
don't let if the Bears start off 3-0, like you ain't got to like I may start smiling more often.
This guy.
I may get somebody pregnant if we start
You
off.
talking?
you got
Aight,
10
drip,
kids
drip,
already,
drip,
gang.
drip,
Chill.
drip,
You gonna add 6 to my leisure, bro? Like what we doing out here?
You tripping, drip. You tripping, gang.
No more kids, man.
You're
No
getting
more
a little
kids.
elderly out
Go
there.
get another dog, man. Go get another
I
dog.
almost got 600 pounds of dogs in this house. You want me to get another dog? Like what we
The
talking
way you talking, go get another
Right.
dog.
Go get another dog. You need
If I get another dog, I'm going
this shit's a
completely left. I'm gonna get one of the mugs that's about this big. They just gonna sit on the desk. You're gonna just be seeing them. I got
There we
these
go.
big ass dogs up here. If I'm gonna get another one, I'm gonna go the complete opposite direction. Like you're gonna get a Yorkie in this bitch.
that motherfucker gonna be the loudest barker.
He gonna be the leader of the pack. Yeah, exactly. Man, any other thoughts? Like I think we went through. I can't think of any other position battles. It's mainly just those threes. Almost every other position's locked in.
I would say
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, I think that should be.
That's it right there.
rounds it out, really.
So
The center
Any of-
position is set. So
I believe that. Yeah, I believe
yeah.
that's
Oh,
set, bro.
Coleman Shelton's to start.
Yeah,
Like
he
at
started.
this
He messed it
point,
up.
to me, like I don't think you take away somebody. Like I get Ryan Bates has been injured, but I don't think you want to take away the continuity, the rhythm, and you don't want to take away anything from somebody who's played as good with your new quarterback as what Coleman Shelton has.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yep,
So
absolutely.
for sure.
Let's go.
we've come a long way since Musty, bro. A long way.
Oh
bro.
my God, I
Musty
forgot.
head.
I tried to forget that fucking name. Oh, Musty.
I don't know where he's at now.
Oh, bounce the ball.
Last
Musty.
time I seen that he was with Baltimore, and then I think
What's
that's the
up with
last.
all? What's up with so much of our old work going to Baltimore? What's up with that?
I don't know, bro.
Because isn't that where Bo
That's
Jack
Eddie
is now?
Jackson at, yeah.
Eddie
And
Jackson
Roquan?
over there and Roquan. It's
Roquan.
another one. It's another guy over there too, ain't it?
I don't know.
They don't
know.
matter. They don't matter.
Chase Claypool just got cut, so it is what it is.
Damn, Chase. He had an amazing rookie year, bro. And with Pittsburgh, bro.
Oh yeah, I mean that's what goes to show. Like you got to continually develop, bro. This is the NFL that if you're not developing, you're getting worse. Then on top of that, his attitude sucks. Like
His attitude is
Yep.
that's what's really killing it. His attitude, bro.
you can't have an attitude and you ain't put up. Like when's the last time Chase Claypool had a touchdown? Like you can't have more attitude than touchdowns as a
Last
wide
year.
receiver.
Last year, Justin threw it in the Buccaneers in the Buccaneer game. He got a touchdown.
Well, shout out to him. Go to the Canadian Football League, my guy. That's all.
He gonna ball out.
Oh.
Go ball out. Go be a Canadian legend.
My dude has 2 touchdowns since 2022. Yeah, you got to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you gotta shut up, Claypool.
You got to shut up, bro.
Damn, bro.
That's crazy, bro. Any other thoughts? Anything left before we get up out of here, fam?
Make sure y'all stay in tune. We got that after watch. That what's that? What we call it? A watch along, a watch party after.
No, the Hard Knocks hangover. We came over with a catchy name. Remember the name? Hard Knocks hangover. Come on,
yeah. Like Drip said, Hard Knocks hangover. Make sure y'all there. I think this gonna be a great episode coming up. We need to hear more about Montez Sweat. Damn, I feel like I ain't never heard him talk, like laugh. Let's get Montez
Watch you
Sweat
gonna hear
on.
him talk, and he gonna have a voice like the first time I ever heard Carl Anthony Towns talk. I said, "That's his voice." That's crazy, bro. Carl Anthony Towns sound like he should be chucking corn. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Brody.
Hey, Kevin Warren, we need the new stadium ASAP. It was a fun ass game, but I don't want to keep getting rained on, big dog. Fuck the ponchos. We need a new stadium.
That's part of the Soldier Field experience, Brody. If you ain't had to put on a poncho, you ain't got the full. No,
other than that, it was great.
Now you need to go back in the game where it snows, bro. I'm telling you, Soldier Field, when it snows, you feel the cold in your sack, bro. It's different. Like I don't know what like it's literally like they built the stadium to be like, how can we? You're not having kids for a year after watching the snow game. I'm just letting y'all know that right now. Go ahead.
That's why I like TVs.
Hey, one more thing. That little ass pizza for $9. Do better.
Why did you buy it, nephew?
My son was hungry and he wanted pizza. So I had to buy him some pizza. He pulled it out and was like, "This is it, Dad?" Yes, this is it.
I should tell on Wrigley Field, but y'all was doing on the low load out there at Wrigley Field, standing next to the I ain't gonna
But other than that, great experience. Hey, and we hear y'all, so make sure y'all tune in for sure.
Yeah,
Absolutely, man. You guys can follow us at Shy Bear Central. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, ChicagoBearCentral@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave a text message and or voicemail for the mailbag, the number to do so, 773-270-2799. By the way, I'm sorry I don't do this over here a lot. Shameless plug. I'm 17 subs away from 20K on Chicago Bulls Central.
Get my
Go
boy
to
up
Chicago Bulls Central. 17 of y'all. Go
Come
hit
on,
that
y'all.
sub button so we can get to 20K. Like, go ahead and show me some love over there,
Hey,
man.
get
I'm
my
coolest content creator out there, the solo best content creator, because don't underrate these two motherfuckers over here. They be leaving me cracking that.
Hey, get my boy to 20K. He's supposed to
By the end of the
already
night.
been there. He was already been there by the end of the night, bro. Come on.
I mean, I probably would have been at 30K by now had I not cussed motherfuckers out as much as I do. But, you know, I gotta be.
Hey, sometimes people need a virtual ass whooping.
That's
Is it a virtual ass?